Hey guys, what's up? I'm at the library right now. I was doing some research on some stuff, so I don't think I can record in here, so I'm just gonna record my audio. I want to talk to you guys about a few things, so just sit back and relax. There's not gonna be any pictures up. I'm not gonna do any editing. I'm just gonna put this up and let it roll. So if I mess up a lot, sorry guys. Um, Real quick, I'm recording this right after the market closed, and what I did was I've been watching the market all day. Okay, market closed at 1 p.m. my time 'cause I'm on the West Coast. And let me tell you guys something. Just as a thought experiment, or just to see, I want you guys to see how rigged this thing is. Do me a favor and watch the last 15 minutes of the market. Okay? You talking about the plunge protection team coming out? Jeez. Oh my gosh. Um, I'm going to be making some videos this week about several different subjects. I've been listening to a lot of people. Let me tell you something. I'm going to put together a top 10 list of all my YouTubers or my favorite YouTubers that I listen to that need to be protected at all costs. Okay, these guys, you talking about some truth tellers? We need to protect these guys, girls, whoever, at all costs. Um, I'm actually surprised YouTube lets these individuals have a channel and say what they say, man, because um, you know about the censoring right now, and you know how it is out here. So I'm gonna make a video about that. But I want to talk to you guys about specific things, what's going on right now, and what you can do to help you and your family. Now, I can only speak on what I do. Okay, I'm not an expert or nothing like that. I'm just a guy trying to do my thing, just like you guys, and trying to make a profit, not trying to lose money, and trying to prosper in this world. So, first of all, there's a depression coming. The recession's already here. Okay, and my definition of a recession is when people start receding what they normally spend or what they can spend. We cannot spend or we can't get as much as we used to uh, with the power or the least or the taking away of our power of our dollar that we used to. Okay, it's just not happening right now. And so I want you guys to understand that I don't care what the definition of a recession is. I know what the definition is: 2 quarters of the GDP down, blah 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 blah, 2 consecutive quarters. That is bullshit. Excuse my language. Okay, a recession is when people are hurting, when people can't get the same amount of goods or services that their normal dollar can get. Right? We're already way past that point. Okay, guys, we are headed toward. I don't know if you want to call it depression, whatever you want to call it. This is going to be complete insanity. Okay, and let me explain something to you guys. All this money or this cash that has been printed or numbers on the screen that have been created out of thin air, um, it's gotta go somewhere. Okay, and where did it go at first? It went to the middle class and the poor. It went to us, right? And what did we do with it? Instead of investing and uh, putting it into a business or gold or silver or whatever, what did we do? We bought stuff. We bought things. We bought items. We went out and entertained ourselves, and we bought stuff uh, that doesn't earn us money. It's liabilities, okay? And the simple definition by Robert Kiyosaki of assets and liabilities is this: asset is anything that puts money in your pocket. A liability takes money out of your pocket. Period. Point blank. And if you're going around buying a bunch of liabilities and you're not maintaining your wealth with either an asset or something that is real money like gold and silver, or maybe a cryptocurrency that you believe in, it's a liability, guys. Okay. And so now, sorry if you can barely hear me. Like I said, I'm at the library. I'm just walking around. And guys, let me tell you something. Um, all that money that was printed into the system, people spend it on BS, man. And guess who? And guess where that money flooded to? I read a book. This is back in 2007, before Donald Trump even thought about being a president. Him and Robert Kiyosaki. wrote a book called Why We Want You to Be Rich. Now let me tell you something. You want to read a good book, read that book. This is uh, while the housing recession was going on, and I read this book, and I remember thinking, wow, all the stuff that they said in that book is coming true. He said there's going to be a two-tier society. It's only going to be rich and poor, period. Okay. And if you look at the definition of poor, depends on how you want to look at it. There are middle class people right now that think they're middle class, but they're either on the verge of being poor or they are poor. Okay. Now everybody has a different definition of middle class, rich and poor, but um, you know, it's a thin line. Okay. And there's a lot of people that are going to become poor during this situation because they're not going to know what to do. They were told by the system to do what? Go to school, get good grades, and get a good job. When you get your college degree, you get a good job. You're already starting off in the hole in college debt. They never teach you about credit cards. They never teach you about the things that you really need to know about your credit and banking and investing and having a side hustle. They don't teach us this stuff, man. You know, that's why it's all rigged and it's manipulated. And it's a big old game, right? And so with this two-tier system, the rich and the poor, there's a huge gap between us. You know what I mean? And guys, there's levels to this. And a lot of the guys that I talk about, what I'm going to talk about in that top 10 video, talk about the same thing. The rich are getting richer. Okay, that's the bottom line. When all this money was printed, when people were buying liabilities and services and all this other stuff, it just flows up to the rich because the middle class, most middle class, and almost all poor people don't know what to do with their money and how to invest it. You know, they don't know how to cut costs and save and scrimp and put it into something that's going to make them more, or even stop their cash from getting inflated or purchasing power from going away by buying gold and silver and investments and stuff like that. They don't know anything about that, but the rich do. And what do the rich do? They take that money and reinvest it. Now, here's the thing. You guys got to understand this. If there is a way to mitigate uh, the losses of the poor and the middle class, as far as like losing money and stuff like that, the rich are not going to tell you. Okay, they're going to keep getting richer. They're going to keep doing what they're doing. So, what can you do? Right? I'm going to tell you what I'm doing, and I touched on this in another video. Guys, listen to me. I cannot stress this enough. You have got to get rid of all the bullshit that you don't need. Okay? And what's bullshit? I'm gonna explain. Bullshit is just stuff that's sitting around your house that you're not using right now. Okay? I've had people comment to me and tell me, um, oh, I can't get rid of this stuff. My wife won't let me. Or, oh man, I need that stuff. I can't rid. If you need it, then keep it. You know what I mean? But this is how I look at it. And I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not trying to be sexist or nothing like that. But if you're a man, um, you know, and you know what's going on, and you're the leader, uh, you're gonna have to start selling that stuff behind your wife's back. Okay, not in a malicious way, but you sometimes like when we buy silver and gold and stuff behind our spouse's back. And I'm not saying put yourself in a bad position. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is put yourself in a better position because you know better and they don't. And this goes for women too, by the way. If you're a wife and you have a husband that's not financially as smart as you, then you need to educate him. Okay. And I'm not saying that the man is in charge and nothing like that. I'm just saying most of the people that listen to me are guys. And so, first thing you got to do, again, is you got to get rid of the bullshit. Okay. And what's the bullshit? The bullshit is sitting around. And I'm going to tell you why. If you don't have enough cash, okay, you don't have enough cash, I don't have enough cash. I'm talking about cash on the sidelines. I'm not talking about paying your bills. I'm talking about when stuff goes down. You need more cash than you have now. You don't have enough gold. You don't have enough silver. You don't have enough platinum. You don't have enough of the cryptocurrencies that you want. You don't have enough of the investments. You don't have enough income producing assets. You don't have enough food. You don't have enough water. You don't have enough of the things that you need to survive. You don't have enough. Okay. And this goes for me too, by the way. And I have a decent amount, but you never have enough. Now you got to make an inventory and figure out what you need and how long you want to live. If the system goes down, you want to have a year supply worth of stuff, 2 years, 3 years. I don't know. But here's what I do know: that stuff that you got sitting around in the house and ain't doing nothing, get rid of it. Okay. Now that's step one. Get rid of it and turn it into cash. Step two is that stuff that, and even the stuff that you think you need right now, you may not need it right now. You may need it later. Okay. Get rid of that stuff. Now, that's step one. Step two is take that money or that cash that you have and start putting it to work. Okay. Either sitting in cash that you're going to need to put on the sidelines, and I'll get into that in a second, buy you some gold and silver supplies, or start putting it into a income producing asset. And what's an income producing asset? I don't know. Buying a car that you can rent out, buying a house that you can rent the rooms. Not now because the housing market's crazy, but buy something that's gonna you can buy for $40 and flip them for 80. Buy something that you can buy for 100 and give you $10 a week. Anything that could do that. Okay. Now, here's the other part. The cash that you have on the sideline. The cash. This guy here with the dog. Excuse me, sir. The cash that you have on the sidelines, guys. The reason you're going to need the cash on the sidelines is because things are going to be going on sale. Okay. All that stuff that you got rid of, that you thought you needed, and you're kind of sad that you got rid of it, but you're happy at the same time you got the cash. I'm going to tell you over the next 18 to 24 months, maybe sooner, but at least that. Um, the things that you thought that were worth a lot of money and stuff like that, or a lot of cash, they're going to be giving this stuff away. It's going to be a fire sale that you won't believe. And here's why. Guys, people are going to be hurting, okay? People are going to be losing their jobs. Gas is supposed to go to $10 a gallon. Inflation is going to go up. So if gas goes up and they keep doing the money printing, what do you think is going to happen to the prices of everything? Crude oil, uh, diesel, which is the backbone of our country, the trucking industry, and they all go by diesel, most of them. What do you think is going to happen to the prices of your goods and services? It's going to go crazy. I mean, there's sorry about the wind, guys, the one outside. There's going to be places that when you call for a service call or something like that, they're going to charge you a gas fee. And they're already doing that, $30, $50 just to come out there and look at your furnace or your patio or your sink or your whatever. You know what I'm saying? And because they gotta do it. And what's going to happen to middle management in this country? If you're middle management, I'm sorry, but they're going to let those people go. Who's middle management? Middle management are people that, uh, the people that are kind of a supervisor, but they're really not, and they try to tell people what to do. But the associates already really know what to do, and they really listen to the big boss. And then that person in the middle management person, really looks to the big boss. And a lot of people don't respect the middle management. Not always, but a lot of times, those guys are going to be flexible. They're going to be gone, and so a lot of employees are going to be gone. A lot of work is going to be gone when people can't. When these companies can't get the sales that they normally do, like Walmart and Target. I'll get into that in a second. They're gonna let people go, guys. They're gonna let people go. And let me talk about Walmart for a minute. I'll get back to the cash thing. Walmart and Target are tanking. I haven't checked this market with them right at the moment, but they were tanking the last few days. The reason why they're tanking, guys, is because there's several levels to it. But obviously, the gas is going up, and people aren't spending as much. They have to raise their prices a little bit. The Walmarts, Targets of the world, the discount stores or whatever. I know Target's not a discount store, but they have to raise their prices. And when they're doing that, people are buying less. And plus, people don't have disposable income that they used to. Remember when we used to go to Walmart, guys, before the scamdemic started in 2019, and even in 2020 and 2021, when they gave us all this extra money, all these stimulus checks and unemployment, and PPP loans, and what else? The $300 for the child care thing, and all this extra money they gave us. What did we do when we went to Walmart? We made a list of 5 or 6 things that we're gonna go get, or whatever we get, or 10 or 3 or whatever. And when you came out of that store, they took a picture of you with your list before you went in the store and after you came out of the store. You look a complete your cart looks completely different than your list because you had more stuff, right? We're not doing that anymore, and Walmart's feeling it. People don't have the disposable income. People are literally have a list, and they can't even afford the list that they made. They can't even afford the stuff that they put on the list because they go and look, and the price is higher than they thought it was going to be. Now, I'm not saying we're on hyperinflation, but guys, if you haven't gone to a store or a restaurant for a month or two, I almost guarantee you that when you go there, the price is going to be a little bit different. And let's just say it's not going to be to the downside. Okay? So, anyways, now fast forward to the stuff that you need to sell, the stuff that you think you want or you think you need. Like I said, get rid of that stuff because trust me, guys, they're going to be giving this stuff away in the next 18 to 24 months and probably less. I'm being conservative here. Okay? You're going to get that stuff back because people are going to be so desperate. They're not going to have enough disposable income. A lot of two family homes, one of them going to lose their job. Prices are going to be increasing, and people are going to be homeless, and people are going to be desperate. And let me tell you something. Uh, you thought the riots for these other things that they try to divide us with were bad. Wait until people can't eat. It's one thing for people to be homeless. That's bad, and people will revolt. But when you can't eat, that's something that's surviving. Like people that I know that are homeless. I know people that are homeless. I'm out here and I talk to everybody. I don't care if you're homeless or not. I just talk to people. They're okay, because they get food stamps, and some people give food and they go to the food banks. Guys, a lot of people that don't donate to the food banks are even have shortages of food right now. And what do you think is going to happen when the prices of food go up? People don't have the disposable income to give to the food banks, and there's more people in line at the food banks. What do you think is going to happen? After a while, they don't have it. Plus the supply chain, plus what everything else with the gas. Uh, it's gonna be tough out here, guys. Okay, so again, get your security together, like we always talk about. You got to get that because I don't care what you have. If you can't protect it, or if you can't stop somebody from taking it, you might as well not even buy it. So you got to have plenty of water. You got to have plenty of food and stuff like that, just in case the grocery stores I'll get ramsacked. But that's all important stuff. But I'm telling you guys, get rid of the stuff that you have now. Get rid of it while you can. We're not at the top of the market anymore, guys. I believe we're on the downslope of that little mountain, right? We were at the top maybe a month ago, and of course it's gonna be peaks and valleys. The market's gonna go up a little bit and then down, but trust me, we're not going back up. Okay. I have a friend of mine that went to sell a certain item that he could have sold for maybe a couple thousand more uh, a month or two ago, but now because the disposable income's not as much and things like that, um, he can't sell it for the price that he wanted to because people don't have the cash. People don't have cash just to buy luxury items anymore. Okay, as much. So what do you guys need to do? You guys need to put that stuff for sale. Put it on Craigslist. Put it on Facebook Marketplace. Put it on LetGo. Put it on wherever you can and make a list and treat your house like almost like a store, or a warehouse, because you have a warehouse full of stuff and take advantage of it. Okay, it'll make it'll do so much things. It'll make you more organized. It'll get rid of the clutter. You'll be more free of space. You have more space. It'll just trust me. And I've done this. And I still have stuff that I need to get rid of. By the way, when I'm saying doing these videos, I'm talking to myself too. But I've put away a lot of cash and a lot of silver because I liquidated stuff that I did not need. And guess what? That mental uh, attachment or physical attachment that you think you have, trust me, it goes away. And also, again, you will be able to pick it up again, okay, at a discount because you're going to be the one with the power. because you have knowledge. You know what's coming. A lot of people don't know. They're in denial. That people are in denial. I talk to people all the time, and they have no idea what's going on right now or what's going to happen. They have absolutely no idea, but you do. So with knowledge uh, comes power if you apply it. Now let me say that again. It doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't matter at all if you know all this stuff and you don't do shit about it. Knowledge is not power unless you apply it, guys, and you know that. So unclutter your house, get rid of all that stuff. Use your home, like I said, like a store or a warehouse, and do what you can to make your family okay. You know, all that stuff you don't need it. And plus, if you have a storage unit that you're paying for, you may be able, when you get the stuff that you get rid of, you may be able to get rid of that storage unit and save you an extra 80 to 150 bucks a month. You know how storage units are right now. Things are expensive as hell. You could take that cash and put it into your gold or silver or your food reserves, right? So, quick video. I just want to talk about that. I was sitting here in the library doing some research on some stuff. I'm learning how to garden and learn how to plant and raise animals and stuff like that. And I watch it on YouTube too, but I love being in the library so I can watch it on videos on my phone, and also I can look at books and stuff like that. But one thing about YouTube, or the one thing about this world today, is you can learn anything that you want to be or do or even have. You can learn about it on the internet now. It's absolutely crazy that people go to college nowadays and put themselves in all this debt. And I'm talking about people that have a degree that don't use their degree as their job. Now, if you're going to be a dentist or a lawyer or a doctor or something that specifically you need that degree and you're using it, and then the cash that you're using off the job that you made, the high income job, and you paid off your debt, this doesn't apply to you. I'm talking about the majority of Americans that get a useless degree, a liberal arts degree or whatever, just to go to school because they told you to go to school, and then you're stuck with a 10 to 50,000 bucks or whatever in student loans, and you can't even spell what your degree was because you don't even thinking about using it. That's what I'm talking about. Just go on YouTube and educate yourself, man. Be a self-educator, and whatever you want to learn, learn it. You go to school. I'm going to school every day. Every single day, I'm learning something new, and I'm getting rid of bad ideas and things that I don't want to have in my head anymore. So that's what happens when you learn new things. So guys, keep your head up, keep on going, use your home and the things that you have to get the things that you want or things you need, as far as your gold, silver, water, food, and things like that, your supplies, your ammunition, and things like that. Now if you want to leave me a comment and say, oh, I can't do that and things like that, hey, that's on you, man. If you can't do it, hey, more power to you. More power to you. I hope you really know or think that you have enough stuff supply, because we never have enough. I'm telling you that, because when you do an inventory of how much water and food and stuff that you have, and you think you have enough, you got to go by actually how much water you actually drink a day, and how much food you eat a day, how many calories, what kind of macros, all that fat, uh, uh, carbs, protein. You gotta measure that stuff out, man. It's a very meticulous thing. And so there's not going to be any commodity more important than water. And if your water gets shut off, guys, it's not going to be good. So, all right, I'm rambling now. I'll talk to you guys soon. Thank you so much for listening. If there's a specific topic you want me to talk about, let me know in the comment section below. And I love you guys. You know that. And I'll talk to you so soon. And thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And keep your head up, guys. Keep on stacking, and make sure you do what you got to do for your family. All right. Peace and love, guys.